Hey there, vinyl community. My name's Tom. You're watching High Rant District. This is part two of a seven-part series, sadly, covering the records that I bought in 2015 that are brand new music, new releases, not reissues, just new music that I took a chance on in 2015. Today, I'm going to cover the month of February. I bought 5 albums that had February release dates, and I'm going to show you them today. Let's see how I did. The first album I'm going to show is by a band called Ibei. It's Ibei, Ibei, which is Norobu, I think, for which is an African language, Nigerian language. Stands for twins. I think they're twins. I'm not sure. They look kind of similar. Flip side of the album looks like that. The ladies in their younger years. Pretty confident that they're sisters. The record kind of opens like this. These two parts slide open. And there's an inner with lyrics here. Written in a circular manner to drive you insane if you want to try to read along. The vinyl looks like this. Black vinyl. Just plain label. This came out on February 16th. On XL Recordings. It's described as experimental indie pop. Basically, they're singing in. This is a Parisian-based. These sisters live in Paris. I think their ancestry is Cuban, and they sing in English and Norubu, something like that. That's an ancient Nigerian language, I guess. That when Nigerians were brought as slaves to Cuba, they were converted to Spanish-speaking, and kind of a language got lost. So it's kind of a jazzy album. Let's just drop part of it. There's one of the sisters again. It's a jazzy album. It's experimental. I wanted to like this album pretty badly, and I just couldn't. It was just didn't grab me. I don't know why I keep like trying something that's like jazzish, because it just doesn't grab me. There's one thing about like not grabbing jazz. I kind of feel like I'm defective in some way because I know so much music is derived from jazz, but I'm not gonna lie and say I like it when I don't. I just Anyway, dropped a couple of things. All right, next up is, I believe this is a New England band, maybe a Boston band. This is Krill. The name of the album is called A Distant Fist Unclenching. Came out in, there's a backside, Exploding in Sound Records on February 17th. Described as, it's a rock album, indie rock. Described as post-punk, I think, on Discogs. I don't know that I buy the post-punk part of it. It's, it's indie rock. It's got like a little bit of elements of grunge, mostly indie rock. And it's like the lead singer has kind of like a slightly jittery voice to him. It didn't really grab me either, sadly. I feel like this should be in my wheelhouse. I feel like this is something I should like. I'm definitely going to spin it more. Same with eBay. Maybe it'll grab me at some point, but like so far, like I'm kind of like 0 for 2. Comes with an insert. I'm not saying a whole lot here. Flip side's a drawing of a cat. The label is kind of black vinyl, but those are the song titles. Those little icons, kind of a throwback. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but it reminds me of the first album by The Cure, where at least the back of the outer sleeve had icons and not song titles. At least on the original version, which is what I have. So anyway, that was Krill, A Distant Fist Unclenching. I should like it. I'm gonna have to spin it more. All right, album number 3 that I'm going to show. It's a Portland band called Divers. Their album is called Hello, Hello. Here's the backside of it. It's described on Discogs, and I kind of like my stuff in Discogs. I don't. It seems like half the time I don't really buy the description of what the music, what genre they're calling the music. It's this came out on February 17th. Exploding Sound Records. It's it's a rocker, really. This is like American rock. It's there's elements of it, guitar wise and particularly vocally, that sound like Tom Petty to me, and that's a compliment. I like Tom Petty. It's how like I feel about the term pop punk. That this album is not pop, is not punk, and pop punk is nothing that exists in my opinion. You're either pop or you're punk. This is neither. It's Americana. I like this album a lot. It's the best way to describe it is it's a rocker. Like I usually do, I'll post links down below to a song from each album so you can get a feel for these albums. Because I know a lot of these are going to be like new to a lot of people, and especially like a band called Divers. They're a Portland band. It's going to be, I don't know how well they're going to be known outside of Portland, but it's good stuff. I do recommend this. It came with an insert. It's on a newspaper stock that just kind of unfolds. I think it's a beach scene. It's a beach scene with lyrics on the back. It's newspaper stock, so it's kind of fragile. Whatever. And here's a look at what the label looks like. So far I'm 1 for 3. Divers, I thought was great. Krill, I should like. Right now I don't. And eBay, nah. Excuse me. Album number 4 out of 5 that I'm going to show today is a band, another Portland band. They're called Black Pussy. And this is Magic Mustache. Here's a look at the flip side. This came out on February 17th as well on, it's called Made in China Records. And for whatever reason, dedicated to Farrah Fawcett and Kenny fucking Powers. Well, it says Kenny Powers, but you can't say Kenny Powers. It's always Kenny fucking Powers. So Black Pussy, Magic Mustache. It's psych. Most people refer to it as stoner rock. Could be acid rock-ish, I guess, but I really enjoy this album a lot. I like a lot more psych than I did growing up, and it grabs me. It's got the fuzzy guitars, kind of a layered sound to it. Great album. I do recommend it. Here's a close-up look at the label. Black Pussy, probably most famous for, if they're even famous, for bringing out the intolerance of Canadians. I know they've had a couple of shows in Canada canceled recently because people can't handle the name Black Pussy. They think it's offensive, and the band stands by it, saying it's not intended to be offensive, and changing the way you act just because somebody else finds it offensive, hard to fuck up. Album number 5 came out on February 17th as well on Prosthetic Records. And although this came out in February, I just picked it up within the last week on recommendation of Chuckles McGee. Chuckles McGee is a newish VC member. For some reason, he's kind of like, I want to say less than 30 subscribers, which is idiotic. Steve, Flipside CT, you need to watch his videos if you're not. I think you might be already anyway. You dig a lot of what he shows. The guy knows music. His collection is massive. And he's very, very passionate about music. He's really smart. He's a good dude. I'm actually gonna, if I remember, try to link to his channel down below. He's somebody I think a lot of people in the vinyl community would enjoy, and I think he would cover a lot of people that watch me and more would dig him. Anyway, the name of the band is Muck, and this is called Your Joyous Future. This is on Prosthetic Records. Here's the back side. This is like limited to 300 copies. The front of it is hand screened, I guess. You can definitely feel that it's handmade. It's described as hardcore and punk. I'm not sure how accurate that is. It's like metal to me with some synthesizer. It's an Icelandic band. It's described on the hype sticker that was on this as dissonant noise rockers. It's metal. It's a little synthy. It's kind of like it's not doom metal, but it's a little doomy, maybe a little bit angry, and it kind of like hits me as what if you put what living in Iceland is like, if you set that to music, it's kind of what I suppose it would sound like. I like this a lot. Really, really, really good. You know, the dissonant noise rockers. I guess that's a good description of it. Again, I'll put a link below to one of their videos, assuming there is one on YouTube. Really good stuff. Came with an insert. One side looks like the front cover. Got lyrics on the front side. And maybe a close-up look at the band. And here's a look at the label. So I like this a lot. So out of the 5 February releases that I picked up that came out in February 2015, 3 of them are definite keepers. So that's 60% success rate. That's fucking horrible. It's looking like I may need to rethink how I purchase my new purchases. Maybe I need to just wait and hear the records, or I don't know. VC members' recommendations tend to be slam dunks. Maybe that's what I need to do. Just wait for somebody else to pick them up and recommend them. But that's fucking lazy, and I guess I'm kind of lazy. Anyway, so 3 out of 5 were good stuff. eBay, nah. Krill's A Distant Fist Unclenching. Right now I don't like it. I should like it. I'm going to have to listen to it more. Divers, Hello Hello. Portland band, fantastic. Psych Rockers, Black Pussies. Black Pussy is the name of the band. Magic Mustache is the title. Great album. And Muck's Your Joyous Future. Great album. Icelandic noise rockers. Dissonant noise rockers. So that's all I got for today. Thank you for watching. And next episode, I think, is a mixture of March and April's releases. I'll see you soon. Thank you.